All right, looks like we're running. Okay. Let's do this thing. What's going on, guys? Tim Lee, Legacy Studio, and actually Legacy Gaming Studio this evening, doing another, hanging out, playing my favorite hunting game called The Hunter Call of the Wild. Now, I've noticed for the past, that's an annoying little zit. I have noticed the past couple times I've played this that everyone asks me, "Have you got a diamond yet? Have you got a great one yet?" And all these different, questions on, "Have I shot this? Have I shot that?" And I had no idea, but I did find something. So let's take a look together here, shall we? As I hop into here, take a look at this. These are my achievements before we start the game up. Let's see. So I got the Stalker, spot 100 animals, Hope Arc is completed, Tramfine Arc is completed. Diamonds are forever. Earned a diamond rating in harvested animal, unlocked November 27, 2025. I don't even know what animal that was. So, yeah, I did get it. I also got this one, find 100 tracks from the same animal. 27.5% of players have this achievement. That was a bad day back in September 10 of 2023. And just to prove that I've been playing this game for forever, I'm going to just scroll down here a ways. Novice Marksman, hit an animal from 50 plus meters or 55 plus yards, November 3rd, 2018. I know I'd been playing this a couple years, and boy, I've proven that in spades. So let's get this game started up here. As we do, though, of course, I need to say thank you to my heroes, these amazing supporters, my Legacy historian Sean Hammond and Tony Allen, my Vanguard historian Charles Sutherland, and, of course, my Early Access historians, Drawing Illustrations and Art, and John Evans, and also saying a honorable mention to William Poneth, who supported the channel for a long time. He was on with us last night, and we had a good time, and it actually ended very interestingly. I was in tears, quite literally in tears. The guys had asked me, did my father teach me to hunt? And my father is an incredible human being and has taught me many, many things. He did not teach me to hunt. The person who I assumed would teach me to hunt would be my father-in-law, and he is not as healthy as he once was, so he isn't able to these days. I know, even though I know he would be very willing to. And so someone came to my heart that just was really ripping at me last night, and it made me tear up. And I literally text him on live stream and asked him, take me hunting. And so he's like, I'd love to take you hunting. We'll look at next year. So we're going to talk later on next year in March when he's in town. And looks like we might try and do it. So yeah, very, very meaningful. I admittedly hid that episode, so if you go looking for it from last night, I privated that video. I made it private because, yeah, I was crying too much in that episode. I did not enjoy that. The guys were super supportive who were watching, and I appreciate them. But yeah, I hid that episode, so don't go looking for it. You're not going to find it. No chance. Okay, we're going to get Call of the Wild up here. By the way, just to let you know, I do have a million different YouTube channels, and if I don't make content here, I'm probably making it on one of the other channels. I did already just make another video tonight on Legacy Tech Studio talking about the camera that is shooting us right now from behind, talking about the rig of the X-T2, the Fujifilm X-T2, and how we use it for video, especially here in studio and for other things. So if you're curious about some of the details on that, you can check it out, okay? So we're getting into our game here. We're going to have a little bit of fun and play a little bit of Call of the Wild and keep going through some of the achievements that we need to unlock to keep going, okay? That's the game plan, so let's go ahead and get things off here and get moved over so we can start playing a little bit, hanging out. Chat room is open. Love talking with you guys. Love sharing life with you. So don't be afraid to leave your comments and chat in. And if you're watching after the fact, well, I hope that you enjoy it. We're gonna have a good time together. So it's gonna be a good time. I might even cry a little. Don't make me cry. Please don't make me cry. Last night was an interesting scenario. Hang on just a sec. Let me make a change over here. I noticed that this seems very dark from my other camera. So let me just do a quick little modifier or two over here. So that way we are good to go. Okay. That one seems a little better. Outside of changing my white balance, which I can do here quite quickly. So hold please for a brief moment. There we go. And also check my focus. There we go. I like having that behind the scenes look, and I'll be completely honest, I'm in my long johns, so I have no desire for you to see me in my long johns running around, so it's nice to be able to have that nice little fade to black option here. So, all right, let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks good. It looks a little better. Now it looks too bright, but whatever. We're going with this. We're going with this. Okay. Let's get into our game here. So, everyone asks me what map we're in. We're in Layton. And we're going to be doing this, not this mission. I hate coyotes. I have no desire to do this. They want me to hunt a coyote with a bow, and I thought I would just go somewhere and do it, and it would be at night because coyotes kind of live in the night, and I hate it. I can't see what I'm doing. I tried, and it just was terrible. So we're going to go do this one. This is Emily Connors, and it says Emily has finished her lookout shift for the season and is leaving the reserve for vacation. She left her notebook for Doc and passed along an observation about the Roosevelt elk in the region. She noticed one beautiful bull that liked to hang around the Layton Canyon Lookout Tower. The bull could be gone by the time she came down for a closer look, so she has challenged you to harvest it. It was only spotted at night. So we're going to travel to Layton Canyon, which is an easy thing to do, and visit the lookout tower at night, and of course take a proper gun that can handle a elk with some night sights, and harvest ourselves a little fun little dinner. So before I pack up my tent here in this location where we were trying to get the coyotes, and I just got really ticked off about it, let's go ahead and begin processing what we want to do. So we got our 30-06 here, and we also have this guy. I might as well keep both of these on hand just for giggles, but let me check the 30-06 bullets and see what the options are. So let's go and look up the 30-06, and it's good for a couple options here. Let me see. That's for bison. I'm just checking through to see if they have anything that's more tiered towards elk, or if they're considering deer and elk to basically be of the same. I'm literally just looking at the pictures to verify. And it looks like that's the case. So if it can handle deer, it can handle elk, kind of a scenario. So I think that's the route that we're going to go. We'll just run the 30-06 for that, and keep going with that. But before we move on, we're going to swap our sight over to the 4x, well, no, not about 1x4, to the 4x8 night vision. We'll keep both of these, no, not that one. We'll keep both of these guys on hand so that I can quickly swap. This Hawken crossbow scope we won't need because we're not running a crossbow, as far as I can recall. Under weapons, let's verify. Nah, we're not running anything but our bow. So we're good there. I will go ahead and play it safe. I know something's hanging outside my tent. I'm not worried about it. After all the fuss that I had with it, I'm just not interested. Not after last night. So we're going to go ahead and grab our 420 grain tracer arrows. That way we have those. The traditional ones need a traditional bow, so we won't be using those. So we have what we need here. Out of curiosity, just curious, what is out here that's literally directly outside the tent? Okay. Oh, it's the wrong... I don't even have the right arrow for that. This is a Yeah, definitely the wrong arrow for this. Okay, so we are good to go now. We do have the 30-06, so technically I could take it out with a 30-06. And I think we have sunrise on the way. Yep, 4 o'clock in the morning, so we are definitely going to be okay there. We should be good to go. So let's go ahead and move over towards the right district that we need to be in. And that's going to be over here in Layton Canyon. Now, this is very interesting. I don't think I've ever been over this area. It's cool that they got the outpost over there. So I need to go over there and unlock it. And I don't think I can fast travel there. So we'll need to come from the outside and work our way in, which I'm actually okay with. I'm all right with a little walk in. So it should be fun. So this is the very first map. If you buy Call of the Wild, the Hunter Call of the Wild, this is the game. This is the map that they put you in.
So for the circle route, you'll need to bag a Roosevelt elk here in Northern Ridge.
All right, so that's another one of the challenges where you're going to go into each district and you're going to get the big five, if you will. And I think that you have to have a certain rating for them. Nice thing is the Roosevelt elk that Emily, I think, wants us to get is also needed for that other challenge. So it'll work in both situations here. I think I'm going to walk in. Let's go ahead and put a marker on where we would like to go, which, honestly, I think it's this point. So I'm going to, yeah, it's 700 yards away. So we're just going to walk in and try not to spook anything. I could do the ATV, but I don't want to make a mess of things. As we're going along here, though, let's go ahead and grab this and change our scope to the night vision scope. Now I'll be able to see just fine. And I think what we'll do, I have my tent. So if I need to, I can set up the tent and reset for another day. Let me check and see if there's a trail. So I'm going to go down here, and then we're going to hang a right, and then we'll just follow that along. So I could go through, but I'm just going to follow the trail at this point. And we'll just walk it out. That's what makes this the most boring live stream on YouTube. Nothing wrong with that, right? For those curious, yes, I do have this many channels. I'm happy to mention that again and again and again. Interesting thing about this is I have ADHD, and I love my life of experimenting with many, many different passions, many, many different hobbies. I'm an artist. I'm an oil painter. I'm a professional caricature artist. That's what half of my career is. It's Blacktail. When I'm not a videographer, I'm a caricature artist. So I do quite a bit of many different passions. And I mess around with woodworking. I mess around with different technologies. I talk a lot about different cameras and tech. And I just have a really good time. And I like sharing all of it. So when people tell you to be focused on one task or one hobby or one passion and invest in that, I'm incapable. And I just enjoy sharing the majority of my life. I feel my life is a living testimony, hopefully, of Christ. And I want to share a life that, even though it's going through trials, I still desire to want to share all of it. So that's the gist. So all of that is available. If you like EDM music, when I'm in the groove, then I'll create some fun EDM music. What else do I have? I got a million channels, and it's fun to be a part of all of them and just play in all of them. So always welcome you to the show and welcome you to whatever I'm creating. And because I'm so invested in so many different things, and I'm working on a documentary that I'm investing an awful lot of time in, I don't have time to edit things because I'm busy editing professional things and work for clientele and things like that. So that's why the majority of my life right now is live streaming, and will probably be for the foreseeable future. I don't have much time to create content that's properly edited and curated and things like that. If I have a thought, on technology, or I have a game that I want to try, or I have some music I want to create or something, um, I don't have the time to record it and then put in another 5 hours of editing it into a nicer package. So that's why I do the live stream style stuff. And I personally don't like Twitch. I don't like how they have their content. I don't think their content is appropriate for young ages, or any age for that matter, on certain channels that they have. And I don't like how openly they welcome that that category of content that is obviously supposed to be inappropriate, purposefully inappropriate. And so I decide not to do any kind of Twitch, not only because I can't be, you know, properly organized to keep up with it. I'm not constant enough to make that benefit. But in the same track, I don't want to support them. I don't want to support them, and I don't want to put my money there, in money that I would spend, or viewership that I would bring to them because of the content I would create. So it's my choice to stay here on YouTube at this point, and just continue this place that I have been in for so long. I have made content here for over 15 years, and while it hasn't always played nice and things haven't always gone well, I have never given up, and I'm still never going to give up. So I am here for the long haul. If 15 years of doing this doesn't prove that, I'm here for the long haul. So, and I appreciate having you guys here. So, if you do enjoy those kinds of thoughts, if you enjoy that choice of that moral choice and things like that, it would mean a lot if you'd hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know. These are a lot of personal choices that can be difficult to live by, and I desire very strongly to continue this, and I need the support and enthusiasm of the people who watch my content to tell me that it's worthy of their time and heart. So I deeply appreciate everyone, especially the heroes who support me, these legacy historians and early access historians, my Vanguard historians, all the people who pay financially to support me as I make my content. It means a lot to me, and I deeply, I can't thank them enough. I can't give them enough, and I don't have the capability to give them all they deserve to support me in the tiers that they do. I wonder if that's our boy. Well, it's definitely an elk over there. That's pretty clear. But it has to be done at night, and it has to be done, as far as I can tell, from the tower, I would assume. Now, I also assume that I'll have to reset. Is that him? No. I assume I'll have to reset for tomorrow night. So, frankly, if I can get an elk tonight, or this morning, and then continue my hunt tomorrow, that would be nice. So if I could find that elk and get a shot, I would be okay with that. But I'm going to go ahead and head topside, because I kind of feel like the goal is to snipe down from the tower. All right, well, we'll figure this out. Let's get to the top there. Have a sip of my non-sponsored drink of choice, which would be Pepsi tonight. Hello. Ah, it's a female. It's 2 females. So nice that they're just sitting there. Oh. 2 more females. So where's your buck? Huh. And I'm pretty sure that call might have been a male. I didn't check close enough to really know. Well, I don't really need to hunt a female. I mean, I could, but I don't see any reason to do that. Yeah, female. All right. Well, we're basically at the tower here in just a second anyway, so this works. But it is good to note that the lake is right here. Oh, now that would be worth shooting. I'm okay with that. Wind's at my back as well. I don't have any scent eliminator. But yeah, 30-06 would do the trick. So I don't mind targeting this guy. Looks like he's starting to wander away. Oh no, he's not. Alright, let me kind of tuck myself behind these trees here. Hopefully I'm slightly more disguised. And let's also lay down here a little, though I am still going to kind of crawl forward pretty quick and loudly. I think I'm going to be taking this shot across the lake, which I'm not really afraid to do. Let's see what we're looking at here. It's not as broadside as I would like, but I need to start by kind of ranging in on this guy, so let me get my rangefinder. Okay. 122 yards. It's a minor. Okay, 122 yards. I can get that shot very easily. So 30-06. Let's check R. So we'll set it at 164, I assume. Well, we could do 82 yards. Whoa. I'm a little worried that the 164 yards will be too high. Ooh, that's a good shot. That's it. Did I get him? Nice. All right. Yeah, I got him. Good. Gotta appreciate a quick one. We got it. Beautiful. Let's see what we got. Okay, it's a bronze. Trophy rating of 13.95. So let's see. 174, female. But look at that shot. That's a good shot. All right. Awesome. That's some quick money. We need it. All righty. I spent way too much the other night on taxidermies. There was a couple I don't usually do taxidermies, and I decided I was going to do a couple. I did 2 of them. One of them was a gold bear that I shot, and another one was a coyote, because the coyotes were so annoying and I absolutely hated them. I thought I'll go ahead and taxidermy this.
Is it. Layton Canyon. Time to find that elk. If you want to pass the time until nightfall, you can have a rest in the cabin by the northern outpost.
You know what? I think I might consider doing that. I was just going to set up my tent here, but I can see that we got a whole day ahead of us. Ah, it's a pretty long trek. It's a really long trek. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Let's just do it. We'll go for the long walk. I'll just hit G on my keyboard with caps lock on. That means we're going to run nonstop and just make our way there. It'd be nice if we could find something on the way, but we'll see what happens. Well, here you go. Where's that from? Okay. Huh, whitetail rabbit. That would be fun to try and shoot with my bow. I need to do some training with my bow. But we'll go ahead and try. Ooh, it's getting steep. I'm not desperate for blacktail, but let's see how far we can get over here. Thankfully, we're getting there quickly, so not as bad as I thought. All right. Ooh. Wasn't sure if I was going to fall there. These maps are so beautiful. I mean, I'm impressed with the technologies involved in video games and being able to create these ginormous, beautiful... Oh, this is a great place to hunt stuff. Anything worthwhile here? Oh, look at that. And I can catch my breath here for a moment, so let me just set myself down here. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to go running, but that's okay. You know, it'd be really cool is if we go like this, and then we swap our ammo to the broadhead tracer arrow, which is good for slightly larger game. And that's going to be way too far for us to reach, but I'm curious. Wow, could I actually hit that? That was a waste of 2 arrows for no reason. So, but I do think it's worth trying anyway. So, let's see what happens if we can very cautiously go towards... I mean, the good news is it's not running. So, I didn't think it would be that easy, but that seemed closer. That seemed a lot closer. Can't tell if that's something through there or not. All right, so let's try this again. 107 yards. 102. 101. All right, well, let's... Dude. There we go. We'll try to scoot forward just a tiny bit more. I'd love to get this shot. Deer isn't very broadside for me, though, so... I think 100 yards with a bow is rather unrealistic, but I'm willing to try one more time. Probably more than once. Okay. Let's see what our range is now. "82 yards. Problem is, it's just really not broadside enough. If we do this shot, I want to do it appropriately. So moving around this way will also get that wind at my face, so the deer won't be able to smell me as easily. I admit I've lost view of it. Where's it at? Okay, hopefully it's through these trees and I'm not realizing it. So let's sneak through here. Let's slow down. So I'm making a little bit too much noise. All right. So I'm assuming that we're going to see this doe here in just a second. I got no visual. There you are. Okay. If I can get forward just a tiny bit more. I think I'm going to get this shot. Okay. All right. Where's that doe? Oh, there she is. I really am struggling to see. Okay, well, let's not waste our energy. We can get up to that tree and get a better chance. Problem with the bow is that you have to work really quick. Get pretty quick muscle fatigue. Okay. Here we go. I'm basically going to be right on top of this thing. Did it move? There. Alright, she's got her head down. Much better. Oh! Oh, I think I hit that one in the neck. That wasn't exactly appropriate, but whatever. Alright, let's hunt him down. Let's do this. Okay. I don't see tracks. Here we go. Let's see what kind of blood trails I got from these two. No organs hit just now. Oh, here we go. Bleed rate medium, so we'll go for this one first. Okay. Alright, we should get this first one fairly quickly, I think. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's see what kind of hit. Okay. Unfortunate. A little high. And I think this one's our other target. So let's see if there's a blood trail here. Yes. Not as good a shot for sure, unfortunately. Bleed rate low, so we'll be trailing this one for a while. Maybe not. 25-50%, so we're actually doing pretty good. I mean, that was a very lucky hunt to get two at once. So I don't mind that at all. Yeah, I saw that. Hey, all right. That's a good twofer right there. Excellent. And this one... Okay, this is the one I thought I shot in the neck. Well, roughly the same shot on both of them, so that's very interesting. But, very cool that we got them. I'm glad I didn't waste those arrows, because that was pretty cool. And good learning experience. So I was planning on getting close, and boy, I got closer than I expected, and got a twofer. No bad. No bad. No bad. Alright. Let's get over here. I can see myself possibly buying a few more, arrows. I don't know how many I have. That was fun, though. I could see myself doing that more often. And maybe trying a longbow, because I have traditional arrows, so it might not hurt. Having the rangefinder is kind of a must. So I would kind of need to practice somewhere without it first, before I tried hunting. That's one thing I've noticed, is I don't see any kind of, like, range to have, like, nice targets. That'd be cool if that was included in a map. I don't know if that is, and I just am not aware of it, or what, but I think that would be a cool feature. Okay. We have not unlocked this one yet, so this is great. Here we go. Yay! We got fast travel capabilities. And now we can get ready to hunt for the night. And actually, no. Sleeping here is actually more expensive than sleeping in my tent, so I would rather not do that. Let's see what we got, though. So for the large game tracer arrows, I have 12 still. I'm going to buy another set just because I like to have way too much on hand. And then traditional. I have 17 of the traditional. So getting a traditional arrow would be a nice thing to do. I would like to practice with it. I don't know if I can carry two bows with me at the same time. Now these are the long bows at 2.5. Huh, I haven't bought them yet, which they're free. It doesn't really matter. I was thinking on doing this takedown recurve bow. And that one's 2, so it's even lighter. 2.5, 2. And they all seem to have the same features. So let's go ahead and grab that for this. I think I can carry it. So let's do the takedown bow. Okay. That will be a fun little thing to do. So let's go ahead and program that in here. And then we'll move our, let's go sights, lure, sights. No, binos. We'll move our rangefinder here. May as well move our night vision there. Oh, we don't need those calls anymore. I got the electric collar. I'll hold on to them for now. They're not taking up space. So I feel pretty good about this. Let's see. I would love a place to kind of practice really quick with this one, because this one... Whoa. Okay. So I guess I should get some arrows in it. Ammo. I kind of wish I had some... I'm going to spend the money. Let's do this and go to... actually, hang on here. I'm just going to make a... making a change to our title of our video here. Hunting... Okay. Okay, there we go. That's a better title for folks who were curious on what's going on. And then arrows. And let's go get some traditional... I like the tracers. 200 more. I'm just going to do it. And maybe I'll just get some... Can we get some traditional 700 grain, 540 grain? Huh. 540 grain is for bear. Oh, wow. Okay. So let's get some tracer 540 grain as well. And then I already have... And I got that for the traditional stuff too, so we're good there. All right, so let's do this. We're going to go to ammo, and we're going to do the 400... No. Oh, I got to get it from storage. Sometimes this system isn't a perfect system, just saying. So let's scroll down here to our broadhead traditional arrows, tracer arrows, traditional tracer arrows, 420 grain bolt. Oh no, I don't need bolts. Bolts would be for... So did I put bolts? That one goes away. So we got 350, 300 small game, that's 11 of them. 350 broadhead traditional, 420 broadhead. So I don't have many when it comes to the small game stuff. I'm basically full up, though. And it's barely any weight to carry. Well, how much weight would it be to carry more? No, I could carry more. I could carry more. So let me do this. We're going to go back to our store. And I would like some more small game tracer arrows. I only have 11. And I'd kind of like a lot to work with. So hopefully that's going to automatically put it in my stuff. Let's see if I'm right about that. Yeah, it put it in there. So the only thing I don't have is the 540 grain broadhead traditional tracer. That's the one that doesn't have much, and that's okay. Now I'll be able to properly add this ammo to my inventory. So we got the... Oh, that's cool. I can use a small grain tracer arrow on the traditional bow. That's cool. Oh, broadhead traditional arrow doesn't work on my bows? Okay. Tracer arrow is good. Okay. I need to change my bow, because apparently traditional arrows do not work on this bow. So let's go to storage. We're going to put back the takedown, and instead we'll run maybe one of the recurves and see if that will work. Okay. Let's see. And then we're going to go here, recurve. Now let's see if that'll accept that traditional. All right, there we go. So let's waste one or two of these and try to shoot something with this. Now it's interesting that it looks like I can actually have a sight of some sort. Okay. I would love something to properly aim at, though, from a good distance. Actually, that'd be kind of perfect. So could I... No. Okay, so like this, for instance. That tree over there. Wow, that fell super short. So let's do 65 yards. And I don't think I hit the tree with either of those. Let's go check. I wish you could reuse arrows. They break them just as quickly. So... Oh. Alright, one of them hit the tree, but it hit pretty low. So that must have been sighting from... Yeah, and they make sure the arrow is broken. So where was the previous shot? That seemed to fall... Oh, man, I hate how my computer does this. No! That was a waste of an arrow. Oh, come on. See, I don't like this. I did not select that. I do not want that. I want you to go away. There we go. All right. So I do not see the other arrow along here anywhere, but that is a hard hunt. I mean, that shot super low in comparison to what I was trying to accomplish. The other thing I want to do is, I mean, apparently I can put a sight on it, which doesn't sound right, but let me see if there's any kind of sights to put on it. I don't see a traditional bow accepting a sight, but it looked like it would. So let's see if there's any options. Be really cool if I could put a high the bright side on it. I haven't checked. Let's just check. So let's go here. Sights. Nope. So that was the one that I was hoping for. That won't do it. So let's see if there's any other ones. So bow sights. I doubt any of these would do it. Mark 3 bow sight, Swift Mark 2 sight. That's $3,000. Compatible items. Oh, it can go on the takedown. That's interesting. But once again, I can't use traditional bows on that. Okay, so I got my game plan. We can't sight in anything else on that. So we're going to go ahead and make our way back here slowly and see if we can hunt anything else. And try to use the fancy fun bow. See what we can shoot with this. I think it'll be a very hard hunt with this one, but we'll do what we can. As we walk, let's go ahead and mention these guys again. Humongous thanks to my amazing heroes, my historians, people who've been on the channel for a long time and who support financially. Deeply appreciate these guys. Sean Hammond, Tony Allen, Charles Sutherland, and early access historians, drawing illustrations and art, and John Evans, and an honorable mention to William Poneth, who stopped on the stream last night and supported for quite some time. Deeply appreciate all of them. And then also take a look at some of my other YouTube channels. I stream across many different platforms. I have a podcast. I'm going to be working on a documentary, a whole bunch of different stuff. And you can, if I'm not streaming on this channel, I'm probably streaming on another. And if I'm not on any of them, well, then just give it time because I'll be back pretty quick. I make a lot of content on a lot of different topics because I'm ADHD and love sharing all of my life, as much of it as possible, just because I have a lot of fun sharing with you guys. And so there's always something going on whenever I'm doing stuff, and I don't have the time to edit stuff, so we just live stream as much as we can. I've got the studio set up here where we can have this other camera on and share things from, just being in the studio, talking head kind of stuff, all kinds of different stuff where we talk technologies and then some. So plenty to share here, and we make sure to keep it interesting. So if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button especially. That always means a lot. And leave a comment. Always appreciate your comments. All right, let's get out the rangefinder here and see if there's anything on that ridge over there. Nothing that I can tell. So we'll go through these trees, but I might take my time through here because, admittedly, I shot some deer already, and I can kind of see them possibly popping their heads back up around here again. So I need to kind of approach a bit more gingerly, just in case if there's something worth targeting here. Now, being on the lower edge of this is going to be a little harder, but we're going to see what happens. So, and then we'll set up our tent at the base of the stand and sleep overnight, and then get ready for, well, not sleep overnight, we'll sleep the day away and begin our night hunt for this specific elk that I'm supposed to hunt for in the story mode of this. And if you're wondering, like, what story mode, there's a story mode. Basically, when you get into this game, you're given a bunch of different missions, and each map seems to have additional missions, and so I've been sharing going through some of those missions, and some of them really stink. It literally took 3 real days, the last 3 days, to hunt down 2 coyotes and it was terrible. It was terrible. I did not like it in the slightest, and very thankful that one was done with. But then they immediately put another mission on me to bow hunt coyotes, which just is even worse. So anyway, I started doing that mission, absolutely hated it, and so we've moved on to this one, which will be a bit more of a sniper mission. And I'm gonna see what happens. We're gonna try doing this with a 30-06 versus the 300 mag that or 322 that I usually snipe with. So we're gonna see what happens. It'll make for an interesting little hunt. So, in any case, thank you for joining me. Always appreciate everyone who shows up, and thanks for watching. And if you do enjoy it, hit that like button for me. Let me know the content is interesting, because us content creators, we doubt ourselves all the time, and all it takes is one little like button to show us that, hey, you know what, we're kind of on a reasonable track, and you guys don't mind what we're doing. So that means a lot. We appreciate it, and that's not just me talking. That's any content creator. Invest in your content creators that you enjoy just by hitting that like button, just by leaving a quick little comment saying hi. That means a lot. And of course, the chat room's open. I keep an eye out for you guys. Well, so far, I'm not seeing anything worth hunting, and I did hunt 2 deer with a bow successfully. So I'm kind of not surprised that we might be dealing with a little bit of weight off of the previous hunt. Pressure is the proper term in this game, because the kill pressure of killing 2 animals in the same space. I do find kind of interesting that it's not a hot spot, like a really hot spot, even though I've killed 2 deer in the pretty much same area within 20, 30 feet of each other. So I think that would be a slightly hotter hotspot, but we also only hunted it with bow, which seems to not be as spooky for them. So in any case, I am taking my time getting up here because if there is an opportunity to get another one, I would like that chance, because we need to practice with our traditional bow and try to get some more bow points. For those wondering, I'm level 25. I honestly didn't know that until 2 nights ago when everyone was like, what level are you? And I'm like, there's levels? I've been playing this game since 2018, and I haven't done any of the stuff that I'm doing here. So it makes it extra fun to realize, oh, there's extra parts and pieces though. Hello. Very nice. That seems reasonable to me. 262 yards, though. It's going to be kind of difficult to get over there. Not to mention shooting uphill, and the wind is... I need to be on their other side, up there, shooting down on them to not have them smell me. So this is highly unfortunate. Good news is that's where I need to be. I could almost get on top there and shoot down on them. Excuse me. I think I really hate this. Go away. Go away. My computer is very frustrating, and trust me, I've tried to solve it with a couple friends of the channel who have been like, well, you can try this and try this and try this. We'll do F1 or F11. Try to full screen it, and it doesn't want to full screen. So I'm going to try and approach them from the opposite side, because I would like to get close enough to try my traditional bow on them, which will be much easier said than done. So we'll see what happens if we try to flank them. This will be quite a thing. Okay. This will be this will be tough. This will be very tough. But it was a good-looking bunch of deer, and hunting them with a traditional bow would be very interesting, so it just needs to be handled very cautiously. And I'm hoping that by the time I get to the area I want to get to snipe down on them, hopefully they don't move. Okay, I'm thankful to see I'm almost at the foothill of this mountain. It's going to be kind of hard to climb above them. See, this is... Ugh. Alright, don't want to scoot forward too much because I have no visual of where they are. Definitely climbing this hill though, so that's a good thing. Alright, so there is the... Okay, I am hoping that we're around far enough. I feel like we're not, though. Okay. Are my steps quieter on the gravel or louder? Not at all. Okay. All right. All right, this looks like a clearing of some sort. This will be a tough one. This will be a very tough one. There's nothing over here that's going to spook them, right? Okay. If I made it over far enough here, which I hope I did. All right, the wind is at my back now, or in my face now. So technically they shouldn't be able to smell me. They can hear me though. So that's my next concern. And I have to spot them. Uh-oh. I might not have gone far enough away. Let me get up on this rock and take a look. I can't see anything. I did myself a disservice and didn't mark them with my marker. Okay. This would be a lovely vantage point right here. I don't see anything. Nothing. See, I'm thinking they're right down here somewhere. Maybe over a bit further. Okay, come on. Nothing. I know they're here. Somewhere. And I'm moving a little too fast. There we go. Hopefully that's slightly quieter. As long as they're not camping out up here. Okay. This is going to be super challenging once I even see them to get close enough to do this with a bow. Okay. In other news, I haven't found any deer tracks for the mating call that we saw a second ago. So I am very much up in the air here. And I would like to swap over to my bow in case they run, but I need my rangefinder to even spot them. I feel like I've passed them, but knowing my luck, I probably haven't. And they looked like they were in a pretty open area, but the problem is that open area might close up because mating call over the ridge. So I still might not be high enough up this hill. But if I come over this hill here and they're just below me, then getting them with my bow is reasonable. I think I want to go that way, but I'm not sure. Let's try this way. Okay. Anything interesting down here? That kind of area was what I was thinking of, but it doesn't look like it. And at this point, I should be on like my hands and knees crawling. So I'm being way too gutsy about this. I'm pretty sure I passed the ones that I was originally stalking. I'm assuming they're back there somewhere. Unless they're moving, which is a possibility. And they were in a need zone, so that was pretty obvious. But we do know this guy is over this ridge. So I'm willing to go for him. If I can spot him before he spots me. What's over there? These are some pretty open areas here. I gotta be past them, because look at how close I am to the tower. This is a very open area. Huh. This is a very interesting problem to have. I already checked that whole area. Okay. Well, we know that there's a guy over here somewhere, so I'm going to go find him. I mean, look at all this open territory here. I mean, like, where are these deer laying? Oh, need zone. Okay. $104 away. See, that doesn't seem realistic to me. I've been walking for a rather long time for that need zone to be there. Let's go up this way, though. Because if that is the literal need zone that I'm hunting for, then coming over top of it would probably be wise. Okay. And it's still a little far away for me to... Where are those deer at? Yeah, something's wrong. Okay. They must have moved. I know I didn't spook them. I might spook them with how impatient I'm becoming, but I know I'm moving too fast. Okay. So let me... Yeah, you'd think that that would spook them. Let's go this way. I mean, I'm right on top of it. I could easily hit one with an arrow at this point, but there's no proof that they're here. Yeah, I'd be hearing them right now. If they were here. Right? There's nothing here. There's really nothing here. So I went too far. And that's fine. Or I either went too far or they moved. Okay. Let's see what kind of need zone we're talking about here. Yep, they moved. Unless they're back that way somewhere and I didn't realize it, they moved. I'm just going to scope back this way and not really look too hard. Yeah, that's frustrating. All of that tracking for nothing. They moved on me. And I'm not interested to track them further unless I see them. But, I mean, I had a very nice clear vantage point of them here. And then they just poofed. So, if they're still there, then I'm about to spook them. And there's tracks everywhere here. Yeah, oh well, that was a waste. When you think, whoa, 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 whoa. Nope, okay. Okay. Looked like I had for a second there. How unfortunate. They moved on me. And here I took my time to get to them, and poof. I mean, like, I was doing it the right way, for Pete's sake. Yeah, they're nowhere to be seen. Okay, I'm going back. That's so sad. Oh well. And, I mean, I think I see pretty clearly where they were. And I can't tell really which way they moved. Like, here we go. Look at this. Yep, so track this way. See if there's any scat around here or anything to kind of tell me. Here we go. Very old. Which is funny, considering that I just saw them here. Alright. They're not even going the direction that I assumed they would. So let me set up my tent and get ready to hunt this elk. Very curious, can you set your tent up right underneath here? See, don't you think this would be like the perfect place to set it up? Like right there? Underneath it? But in any case, let's go ahead and sleep. We'll sleep till 1700 hours. And do I want to prep a sniper rifle? So let's go to storage. Because I really don't need all these bows. Am I carrying what? 3 bows? 2 bows? Okay. I'm carrying a lot of additional ammo when a sniper that I really liked carrying around was this 338. I thought that I said 322. I meant the 338. Because if we need that long range, this is a round that would last. The other option would be my 308. Shot this one pretty well, but I'm leaning towards either staying with a 30-06 I'm going to try the 30-06 for this. Let's get up here and get into position. Okay, I've already unlocked this one, I believe. Yep. Now, is there anything interesting in here? Didn't think so. Huh. So I am supposed to find an elk up here and snipe down on him. So let's do this. Okay, so what about over there? Easy enough. So over there is that rock. I could shoot that rock. What's the distance? Huh? 200 yards. Okay. Let's very quietly walk over here. Okay. I didn't grab my elk collar. Oh. Oh, warning call, huh? I mean, I assume that's him. Boy, I'd prefer a different scope. Let's go switch sights. That way I can get a nice close vantage of him. He's going to turn and walk away again, I'm sure. Okay. Let me see if I can come over here. Yep. If I can get him on that turn, I bet you I can't shoot him through the fence. I bet you they'll consider that a structure. It's definitely the guy, though. I don't want to shoot him between the shoulder blades. What's over here? Oh, it's a bear. Are they going to give us trouble? See, he has a moment, but do you see how I'm like having a hard time holding still? Ugh. Put a marker on him. Well, that's death. Kind of doubt it, but why not? Where's that bear? I would assume I spooked him. Okay, let's go find out. All right. Here we go. The bear went this way. Nope, that's not it. Scat. Scat. What's this? Ugh, bleed rate very low. Great. I'll be tracking him all night long. I need that song all night long. Doom, 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 doom. All night long. Huh? 50-75. Maybe not as bad as I thought. Whoa. Whoops. Oh, okay. Whoa! Gonna do that again? That was a glitch in the Matrix. All right. Lovely. Yeah, let's just run right into him, shall we? Wow, he really is bleeding quite slowly. Oh, I swear I'm running right up on him. It's definitely something close. Oh, bunnies. That's fun. Apparently I missed. Okay, I'm surprised I missed. But whatever. Let's keep going. I'm still tracking the same thing, right? Looks like it. Still bunnies, I guess. I'm gonna keep doing this. Definitely tracking the right thing. So let's go over here. And this one, 25 to 50%. We're close. Very fresh. So we're in the ballpark. Hope he was the guy I was supposed to hunt. And hope it will count, because it wasn't quite night. But he kind of put himself right where I would hope. Okay, where to go? Let me turn this off here. And we're going to track here. Okay, let me check. There it is. All right. We've got poop. Where is he? There we go. We're getting there, people. We're getting there. We're going to find this elk and his ilk. Okay, where is it now? Nothing here. Nothing here. Huh. I hate these glitches in the hunting matrix. Oh, here we go. Huh? Did he stop bleeding? What on earth happened? I mean, you see this? I've been tracking him for forever. And it's like he just stopped bleeding. So... And it said that he was almost dead. I mean, it said like 25 to 50% blood left. And yet, now it doesn't say that there's any blood left. Like, it reset. Oh, no. I have a feeling this didn't work. The fact that I'm still tracking him is stupid. I feel like I should just reset, because the game's pulling a fast one on me. And I don't like it. Huh? This one. Seriously, the game's pulling a fast one on me. There is no... Nope, they pulled a fast one on me. Nope. I feel cheated. Quite seriously. Unhappy. Oh, that stinks. I don't like that. That's stupid. That is so stupid. Because look at this. Here's the track right here. We'll examine it. Let's go this way. And looking within our triangle of area. So we should find a track somewhere in this triangle that tells us where to go next. We'll go right to the ridge of it. Look just beyond. Let's follow along. Let's look back behind it as we come around. There we are. But still, no blood. That means this guy, like, magically healed himself. And now we're going this way. And now what about here? Okay, now we're going this. Yep. So, he should have died. He should have died a long time ago. And this is unrealistic to expect the game to consider this a win. Even though it says fresh, there is nothing that tells me that I'm anywhere close to this. Whoa. Well, we can make this worth our while. Whoa. What? That guy isn't actually here, is he? Well, this one's getting too close to me. Just take good care of that one really quick. If I'm going to come out all this way, I may as well. Harvest a Roosevelt elk in Northern Ridge. Okay, well, not at all what I intended to do, but this is fine. Okay, but this did not get me my mission goal. So, and to come out this far away from my goal is completely unfair. So, I'm going to come back here, and we're going to reset. We'll sleep, we'll wake up, we'll try this again. Because that's ridiculous. Not worth it. So let's go ahead and rest. And I'm going to reset for the same time tomorrow. Let's go 19. Thing is, that elk was there. I'm pretty sure that's our boy. So I'm hoping we get a second chance at him. Okay, we're visiting the lookout tower at night. So I hope I get a second chance to shoot him. Okay. Let me come over here because I think that's where he's going to be hanging out. Same place as last night. Okay. Oh, it doesn't help that it's foggy. All right, let's go with change our ammo. Soft point, more penetration, please. And let's go with night scope. That way I at least have hopefully a little margin for error. And then let's get our 8x50 binos, night vision binos. And let's see if our friend comes back. It was a very pretty elk. I have a feeling that this isn't going to work. The fact that he would run me away so far, that really stunk. Slightly offended by that. Once again, big thank you to all my amazing heroes, my historians, my folks who support the channel. Sean Hammond, Tony Allen, my Vanguard historians, Charles Sutherland, and my early access historians, drawing illustrations and art, and John Evans. Basically, whenever I show up on one of my 7 different YouTube channels, or how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 7 different YouTube channels. By joining this channel and supporting financially, they support all of these channels, and that means a lot to me. So whenever I got something to live stream because I don't have the time to edit, I'm a full-time videographer and artist. I don't have as much time these days to do any editing, so I live stream everything I do. We even have this fun little... oh, it turned off. I have a camera that should be back there that usually works. Let me check on this. I'm curious what happened here. Hang on a second. Let's see. There we go. Let me see if... oh, battery says it's dead. That's wrong. Why would the battery be dead when this is plugged in? Huh. This is very interesting. Have we found a new issue? We might have. All right, that camera's not turning on. Okay. All right. Oh well, nature of the beast, but I'll have to look at that later. Kind of a shame. That is something that I have to solve. Ugh. But yes, I have multiple cameras in this studio that serve multiple purposes for art and everything else. And so take a look at those channels, support by subscribing, and especially consider supporting financially. If you want to hit that join button, you're basically helping me create more content. That's about it. So deeply appreciate the consideration. All right. I don't like that we haven't seen him at all. So I do kind of feel like we might need to set up earlier in the night to go to bed and wake up earlier. Let's see if I'm looking into... Oh, I'm looking the wrong way. Technically, he might need to be over here. That's very odd considering the direction of where I shot the one from yesterday / a few minutes ago. Ah. Whoa. So just mirrors that guy way bigger. That's a big boy. Okay. Well, we got him. That's huge. Okay. Well, let's see if I can get this shot. So we set 165. So let's set our drop distance at 164. Oh, please fall. Okay, well, that was definitely him. So let me go ahead and put a marker over there. Oh, look at that. Insta kill. I think we got him. It says he died, so that's a good thing. Meat for the fridge. Freezer. Deep freezer. Let's go get him. That was a good looking elk. That's better than the one I was chasing all night. Okay, so we got to go towards this way. All right, I'll keep this gun handy. Shouldn't need it. No, I'm going to use my binos. That way I can see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. All right. Put my light on. That way I can track him. That was big. I might need to figure out how to taxidermy that one because that was big horns. That was pretty. All right. Is this our boy? This must be. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that shot. That's a vital organ hit. I'm gonna assume this way. All right. Well, here. There. All right. I have a feeling we're not going to be looking hard for him here. Did it scan it? There we go. Here we go. Boop. And boop. Oh, let's see. Oh, man. It is a diamond. And I can't afford to taxidermy it. Oh. All right, well, I'm going to... You have reached a maximum number of saved harvests. You can overwrite the taxidermize an existing saved harvest to make space. So we can manage the harvest. And can I just delete like that one and overwrite it? Okay. Nice. We got a diamond. We got a diamond. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. That would, that's a good looking elk. How did I do? Oh, man. Oh, man. That is a perfect shot. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to have to get some money and do a taxidermy on that one. Woo-wee. Excellent.
What a harvest. Gotta be 1 in a million. You should send Emily a picture.
Complete Emily Connor's mission. Okay, let's see what he says next. 4,000. Good. I'll need every bit of it if I'm going to taxidermy that. I'm going to go back and grab my tent, and then we'll take a look at the next things on our list. And yes, I could chase down that bear, but I'm not really interested. Very cool. Diamond baby. He was a big boy. Elk are really majestic. They're so pretty.
So I heard back from Emily. She and Paul are heading out on a vacation together. They're now officially a couple. Thank God. I thought they'd never get off their butts and lock it in.
All right. Let's see what's next in the mission logs. So Beatty is the one that we could do next. So each year, Paul and his father walk the circle route. This hiking path stretches around the Lake District region, allowing every region in the reserve to be covered. While on the circle route, Paul and his dad challenge themselves to harvest the Big Five, one of each of the 5 species you can find in the reserve. They've challenged you to do the same and beat their total scores. Now, I don't know anything about the total scores, but it's something I will probably have a better time doing than the Valdez mission. And that one is to harvest 2 coyotes down with a bow. While I'm willing to do that, I need to find a way to hunt those coyotes during the day, because I have no idea how to shoot them at night because I can't see them at night. It's a real pain. And I hate hunting coyotes. And then we have all these side missions: travel to Hope's Camp in Balmont and harvest wildlife down from a ground blind. And then let's see, harvest a male Roosevelt elk down with any shotgun from Emily. So we haven't done that yet. Frankly, Roosevelt elk, we're in an area where that might be worthwhile, and we can get a shotgun while we're here and just have it on the ready. Thanks for your help with the coyotes. As you know, they're coming in from the east and spreading fast. Investigate. So we need to spot 2 different coyotes wherever we can. And they're hard to find. Take a picture of a moose with a trophy rating of 147 or greater. Harvest a black-tailed deer down within 32.81 yards at night with a 44 mag revolver. So I could get my 44 revolver if I have one. I don't even know if I have one. Harvest an animal down with a 45-70 caliber rifle. And actually, I don't know if we have a 45-70. It might be a pistol. And then harvest a male and female white-tailed deer down with a bow. So there's a couple different missions we can do and prepare for, frankly. So why don't we go ahead and do some preparations here and see what we can carry. So let's start with setting our tent back up for a moment. Let's find a place where we can put it. That way I can get into my store. And let's see what we have. If I put away the Hansen, we need a bow. Technically, I can get away with the Orpheus, and that would be easier hunting. So I'm going to put that away, put the other bow away for now. Now we need a 45-70. And the only 45-70s that I know of is this. 45-70 Jernberg Superior. So I'm going to add that in here. And then I need a 44. Now, frankly, I don't think I have a 44. So I got a 45, 243. So let's go into the store. Let's start with rifles just to see if there's a 45-70 anywhere. See, I don't think I have a 45-70. So this next bunch of stuff I might be just doing with pistols, which would be interesting. The other side of this is, do I have, if we go under handguns, where's a 44? That's why. You got to buy it. 24,000, and we still don't have enough handgun score to get it. So we'll need to do more of this to reach us to this. So that one's going to have to go by the wayside for a minute. We're going to have to buy some ammo for it, but let me check these missions again. So we'll need to keep our bow. Those I need a rifle for. So blacktail. Well, harvest a blacktail in Lake District. Wasn't there a blacktail thing that we need to shoot? Whitetail deer down with a bow. Animal down with a 4570, so that could be our blacktail right there. Harvest a blacktail deer with a 44. So, picture of a moose, 2 different coyotes, Roosevelt elk with a shotgun. So we need to get a shotgun. So let's look at weapons in shotgun side of things. So let's go back to our storage here. And let's look at the shotguns that I own right now. I have plenty of shotgun options. Serviceman. Let's see. It's a 3.5 weight. I'm also wanting to pick one for looks because that's how shallow I am. I like that serviceman. I'm gonna grab that one. Let's see, that is a 16 gauge with the big game cartridge, which I don't want. I don't need that. Okay, so far that's what we got. Just looking through to see if I have any other options in pistols. I don't have any other options in rifles. So let me go look over here at the store. And we're going to need, actually, storage. Because I need to do... Okay, let's go back to our mission log. I need to, take notes. So 2 coyotes with a bow. We have a bow, but we'll need... I don't have any kind of paper here, do I? Maybe I do. Do I have a pen? I'm an artist. I should have a pen somewhere. The reality is, if you're an artist, then you definitely do not have a pen. I got a pencil. This will do. Okay, so we definitely need small game bow arrows. Then let's see, BD, just pick up whatever I want. Harvest wildlife down in the ground blind, so I'll need a ground blind. Okay. Which I can set up my tent and grab a ground blind. That's easy enough. Shotgun. Okay. 2 different coyotes. Moose with a picture. 44 mag. That one's off the chart. 4570 rifle. Now, I wonder if it'll count because we don't have a 4570 rifle. All we have is a 4570 pistol. I hope that counts. Because if I go and I do this, and they're like, it doesn't work, but it's the right caliber, that's just going to annoy me. And then a whitetail with a bow. So we're good. So let me go and see what ammo I have available. We can put away our 30-06 and do some storage stuff here real quick. So let's go to storage. Yeah, we'll run the 20 SA, which uses... I forget what ammo, but I'll check over here in my storage on ammo here in a second. So... Oop, there we go. Alright, let's go ammo. Put away all this 30-06 nonsense, the 454. I'll take as many of my arrows as I can, though. And I don't have it. Oh, I have 4570. Okay. I got two kinds of 4570. That's good. And then 20 gauge. Let me see. Buckshot would be what I would need, or slug. I don't know if that's supposed to be what I need, so let me check this really quick. So we're going to get the pistol in place, the Norden in place. We already got that. Ammo. Yep, 4570. We'll do the soft point for starters. And then, yep, buckshot. We're going to go with the slug. Yeah, we'll do the slug for that one. Looks like I might be able to put sights on it. No, maybe not. It's going to be pretty hard to hand shoot these without any kind of sight on them. Oh my word, that's going to be terrible. Okay. Yep, and that one I would expect. That one's going to be a pain too. This will be a fun hunt. This will be a very fun hunt. It might be worth to save that for another day. Let me see what time it is. Oh yeah, we need to save that for another day. But if you want to see it, then get subscribed, because when I come back and do some more hunting, that will be next on the mission. So if you enjoyed this, please hit that like button. It would mean a lot, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys next time here on Lazy Gaming Studio. So y'all be good. Things are going to get interesting next.